I'll be the first to admit it. I really haven't been a big fan of the zombies mode in Treyarch's renditions of the Call of Duty franchise. Its inception way back in 2008's World at War was superb, and I still have fond memories of hunkering down in that dimly lit bunker in split-screen co-op, awaiting that celestial ray gun drop. And if I had to pick one iteration of the zombies mode that captivated me the most, I'd probably say the Tranzit mode in Black Ops 2. Yeah, you know, the mode that an overwhelming amount of people didn't like. But as my interest in the Call of Duty series faded over the years, so did my knack for endlessly mowing down zombies until an inevitable game over screen showed up. I didn't care one bit how many Easter eggs or lore implications were added, because it all boiled down to the same thing. Shoot zombies, collect points, upgrade your arsenal, push for higher rounds, die, rinse, and repeat. So I guess you can imagine how positively shocked I was when I found myself enjoying the absolute crap out of the zombies mode in Black Ops Cold War. The only game I've ever taken the time to accomplish 100 waves in the zombies mode, while also actively grinding for upgrades, exploits, and Easter eggs. Maybe it's due to the fact that the gameplay loop feels a lot tighter this time around, or the fact that post-game upgrades you receive actually feel incredibly meaningful. Or maybe it's due to the fact that for the first time in this mode's history, you can actually survive an intense session of zombies and call it a day. But my enthusiasm for the two core zombies maps currently available in this game doesn't even hold a candle to my enthusiasm for the recently added Outbreak mode, an open world take on the zombies formula comprised of rotating maps, main objectives, side quests, free roaming aspects, vehicles, and a focus on scavenging. To this day, I've sunk an unhealthy amount of time in Outbreak, with the longest play session I've endured lasting a whopping 4.5 hours. And I'll happily do it again and grind for more camo unlocks and higher tiers of rewards. Outbreak is not only and arguably my favorite aspect of Black Ops Cold War, but it's also single-handedly the best thing to happen to Call of Duty Zombies in, well, forever. And yes, it actually makes up for the repugnant dogshit Spec Ops mode that we were all subjected to in 2019's Modern Warfare. Sorry, Infinity Ward, I am not forgetting about that train wreck anytime soon. In Outbreak, the rules are quite simple. Load into the first map and go about your business however you like. All manner of infected roam the map while you scour every single house and loot chests to your heart's content. Vehicles and parachutes can be used for quick transportation, and there's always a primary objective letting you know where to go and what to do. On top of that, there are also mini events and challenges you can complete to earn rewards, but none of these are mandatory. Once you trigger the main objective, bosses and swarms of zombies will flood you and your team while you attempt to either escort a package, hold out in a smaller area, or fetch canisters to a drop-off point, to name a few. Once you're done, you activate the anomaly and stock up on supplies and upgrade your gear before you head into the next map, with each new round increasing the difficulty. If you feel like the odds are stacked against you, you can opt to exfil and evacuate the area for extra points, effectively ending your Outbreak session, with tons of different categories to upgrade to make your next Outbreak attempt just a little bit easier. The real beauty of this mode is the fact that you can actually take your time however you please. If you want to spend half an hour just sniffing out every single chest on the map or trying your luck with the mystery box, you totally can. You can also decide if you want to clear the map of every single side objective or simply put your head down and proceed with the main event. You can also keep going for as many rounds as you please with the difficulty surging dramatically over time, or simply choose to call it quits and hightail it out of there. And with so many different upgrade trees and mechanics to juggle, expect to sink dozens and dozens of hours just maxing out every single category. And the only thing keeping this mode from being an absolute home run of epic proportions are a handful of really annoying bugs and only 3 different maps to explore as you cycle between the different rounds. But with the promise of new updates being worked on, I don't really see myself stepping away from this mode anytime soon. I was also very pleased to find that Outbreak works shockingly well with just 2 players, with the difficulty being tuned just right depending on the number of teammates you have with you. As with any mode like this, playing it solo is a tedious grind, and a lot of the objectives you have to contend with facilitate teamwork in interesting ways. and combining the different field upgrades together can make for some really fun and tactile moments. And with higher difficulties come bigger rewards. And at some point you absolutely need to have a fully upgraded ray gun if you plan to make it past the 10 round mark or so.
Fuck! Oh!
The many elite zombies and bosses you square off against can also put up one hell of a fight the more you play. And learning how to kite zombies and use whatever equipment you have is essential to stay alive for a long period of time. And it's equally essential to upgrade your gear and pick up just about everything you can get your hands on, with perks, armor, weapons, and good old-fashioned symbol monkeys, all being required to survive later rounds. As far as I'm concerned, there's already some absolute madmen out there who have gone for insanely high rounds, with sessions clocking in at ridiculous lengths. And setting aside a Friday night dedicated solely to this mode is something I'll happily continue to do in the near future, especially if the mode gets fleshed out more by way of content updates later down the line. So it took Treyarch only about 9 years or so, but after failing time and time again to reel me in with their take on Call of Duty Zombies, they finally pulled it off in spectacular fashion, by way of a free update no less. Outbreak has the tried and true chaos of regular zombies, interspersed with more downtime and a lot more freedom to go about your business as usual. And getting a good rhythm down with both looting and objectives is absolutely intoxicating. And even just bringing one friend along for the ride holds the promise of hours and hours of fun. Outbreak isn't perfect by any means, and like any incarnation of the zombies mode, it can definitely get repetitive over time. But if Treyarch were to start releasing entire standalone games based around this style of gameplay, I'd be all for it. Black Ops Cold War may have its fair share of problems regarding its competitive multiplayer, but with 2 great survival maps and now a fully fledged open world experience to boot, I honestly don't think I can sing enough praise about what the Zombies team has pulled off. And just like the hordes of the undead you'll square off against, I'm already hungry for more. Thank you for watching.